Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we're going to be working on stage 19 of the Disney Dollhouse, and there is a lot to do on this stage. So let me go ahead and open the book. Let me show you. We are going to need the wall from last time, the wall from stage, or the floor from stage 13, and the rest of the house as we built so far. Plus we're going to do a small table. So let me go ahead and open the book up, and you can see there are the parts. Sorry for that. There are the parts of the small table. These are the parts that come in this stage, the wall parts. Those actually, if I remember right, looking through the book, these will get set aside for a later time. And this, by the way, is wall 8. You can see right there, wall 8. So we set that off to the side. We have a trim piece. We have a pot of flowers. Go back one page and see where this goes, if I can decipher it. Lorraine de Neiges. Something. Oh, you know what? I think that is the frozen room. I'm not sure. Well, like I said, we have a flower pot. We have the top of a table. We're at the bottom of a table. And we have legs for the table. ZZ Top just popped into my head when I said that. Let me set this over here with the pieces we are not going to be using. So the first thing it says to do is to apply glue to these pins and put this bottom part on here. So we go ahead and use the white glue, the Weld Bond in this small bottle. The only reason it's working is because I used it earlier today. A little bit sloppy there with the glue, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be inside of this part here. So there is how the table looks, tabletop and table bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing. Oops, wrong glue. That's so many glues on the desk. We're going to do the same thing, but because this is going to be visible, we're going to be a little bit more cognizant of where we're getting the glue. We're not going to make a mess. Go ahead and clean that off. Set that there. We're not using that glue anymore this stage, I don't expect. And so we just push the table legs in on each spot. Being careful not to snap it off because it is a very very small spindly leg right below the tabletop. And that is the tabletop and the flowers that fell off. Speaking of which, when things go into the house, I actually have some glue dots that I want to say, what was it? The Nexus is who suggested glue dots, and so I have the glue dots that I'm going to be using for that. And let me double check. Yeah, here we have the leftover pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and put that aside as well. So the next thing we're going to do is apply glue on these spots here so that this can go on the house, on the first room that we have built, onto the Mickey room. So let me bring that over, and I've got stuff stacked all over it because several pieces are over there right now for this. And so this is going to go on here. Make sure I got it the right way. Kind of funny, I'm looking at this and it almost looks like it's supposed to line up with the tabs over here. Okay. I was looking at it and it looked like it was supposed to have line up with these tabs here, but it does not. Instead of lining up with those tabs, just this part right here is going to line up with the tabs. So just looking, what we're going to do is we're going to get out the wood glue, because I like it and it bonds pretty quickly. And we're going to put a little bit of wood glue on each of the tabs and across. Can't go completely across because these don't go all the way across. Let me see. Actually, it does show it going all the way across, so I will put it on all the tabs and across. Being a little bit messy, trying not to be really extremely messy. Does it show it all the way down? Indeed it does. I think what they're doing is they're planning ahead for later on in this stage. Plus we need to put a little bit right here to hold this wall together. And what we're going to carefully do, and I have dry fit this before, is we're going to line this up, these tabs, okay, we're going to line up with these tabs, set them in place, or try to, push it together here. What is blocking it there? Okay. So this piece here is sticking out and blocking it. There, got the top piece off. It did not catch it that it was not all the way into the corner before. That's been there a while, actually. So let me glue this. Glue this. We're going to push this into this edge here, the very interior here. Hopefully that is going to be far enough. Let's find out if I can now put this in place. It is close enough that I can now get this into place. Need a piece of tape to hold that against there. So we're going to grab a piece of tape here, hold this. Much as I hate to put it on the wallpaper, I've got to put it on the wallpaper. Hold this like this. This should hold down on its own. So the next thing we're going to do is take wall 6, which is right here. And we're going to, let's see. Okay, there we go. We're going to spin this around. We're going to slot this in right where I just put tape. That's awesome. Actually, it's not going to interfere with the tape, but we're going to put glue on this edge and these tabs. And this is going to slot in here like that and help to hold the rest of it together. They're only showing it. Okay, they are showing glue on the tabs. Sorry, I just blocked the camera. So we're going to put glue on these tabs. This is not a step that you can pause on. You have got to keep going all the way through this step. Otherwise, you're going to have a mess trying to get things to go into place. We're going to go ahead and take this tape back off because otherwise the tape is there permanently. So we're going to take this here. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to push this on like that. Spread the glue a little bit. Knock this plastic piece off of here. So we got that like that now. We got the back on the next room. And so what we have to do is, oh, almost lost a piece of trim. So what we have to do now is take this floor that we got in stage 13, and I'm a dork. Hang on, there. That's the view I thought I had you guys on. Hang on, let's go off of studio mode. There, now when I switch cameras, it will actually switch. Studio mode on OBS, you have to hit a button to switch it over. When you can select a camera off screen. Okay. So here's the floor for the next room. Let's go ahead and get that out because we will be using, well, let's set it aside for right now. And here is the base, the actual floor base to the next room. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on here. It is going to go on here looking windows there like that. The hole here is going to be against the blue wall. We're going to put glue along here and along here. Just look, see what it's saying. Okay, it's saying along the edges. This is going to hold these two floors together. A little bit of a ding right there. I'm going to do my best not to glue this to the bench. So that's going to go like that. And this wall is going to go along this edge. Actually doesn't show glue on this going on here like this. Put some glue along like that. And we're going to add our second room. This could be a little bit interesting. So you'll see if I can get to line up. There's that. Starting to go into place. Looks like everything is in place. Hold that together. By the way, this piece here was kind of flopping a little bit because I warped it with the glue before. Now it is not. rotate this, and we're going to flip you back up to the top camera. So we have this wall. Like that. And we're going to get this piece out here. And this will actually catch us up on all the pieces that, well, it'll catch us up on the pieces that we did not use prior to this, but we have more pieces that we're not going to use. Get this out. This is the floor to, I'm not even sure what room that is. Just drop something on the floor because I was trying to drop a piece of the plastic on the floor as I was trying to put it in the trash can below the table. This is going to go in here like this. And it is a little bit popping up a little bit. Not going to use any water whatsoever. Not sure which one I want to use. I think the wood glue has the least water content. We're going to use just a thin layer across everything. I'm going to end up clamping it. I had some serious clamping on here when I did the last one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put clamps along the edges. I'm going to put a couple of bottles on it, and I have a couple of really big clamps that I'm going to use to clamp the bottles down. Here. So without getting glue all over everything, we're going to slide this piece into place here, like that. And like I said, I'm going to clamp it to death. We're going to get that excess glue off of there. And what we've got left over is this trim piece, wallpaper, and wall number 8. Set these over here. Get this out. Actually, let's set these out of the way over here. And I'm going to call this video done because the only thing left to do is clamp this. And I have to figure out some way to clamp it. Well, actually, it's doing well. May not have to clamp it. I'll let it sit for a few minutes. Not on camera, of course. You guys get bored by that. By the way, I did notice right there is a slight ding in that corner. If we put more of this paneling on the bottom here, that will clear that up. But that, my friends, is all there is to do in stage 19. I hope you're enjoying this. Couple of spots I've had a couple of issues here and there. Paneling because I had to pop this up, the wallpaper is coming up a little bit here. I've had a couple of spots here and there, but they've been self-induced issues. I love the way this is going together. It is going together really well. This is still flat because I did not use any water. Thank you, Howard, for saying that to me, by the way. Howard, or Dash Riptide on Hobbytime Modelers. Doesn't have a channel yet. When he does, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, it's had a couple of issues here and there. Mostly self-induced. Well-designed kit. Well-designed so far. like it a little bit better than the, I think it's going to better together a little bit better than the Moomin House, but the Moomin House and this are different types of kits. This one is more put it together, more finished. The Moomin House is more of a build everything from the ground up. So, like I said, hope you're enjoying this. Hit the bell icon to be notified of whenever I post new content. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video.